'Cause every time we try to break it down and build again, yeah, every time we try to make up for something lost, you know, we're never letting go. This time we can reach the sky on a prayer, we go higher than high. Yeah, wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. But with a love like this, we'll never fall. All of a sudden
Hello, everyone. Good evening, and welcome to Holistics. And I'm your host, with your host. I'm host. My name is Hollis Mahoney, and it's a pleasure to be back. I can't believe I'm back already. Where does the time go? It just goes so fast. But I look forward to this. And you know, tonight we are on episode 18. 18 new episodes. So today will be again episode 18, and we are on a nice midday of April. It's the middle of April already, April 15th. And today it rained all day, but that's okay because it was warm out. And I was picking my outfit for tonight. Like I said, I don't have to really focus too much on the bottoms because you don't see them. I'm wearing shorts actually, but I'm representing my hometown now, Cleveland. Woo! And I love this t-shirt. I think it's really cute. I've always had a thing for sports baseball t-shirts. I always love baseball t-shirts. And I love the um the baseball tees where they're white and then they're either blue arms or red arms or black arms. When I was in my band, I always had the merchandise. And I did believe I sent Joe that our Voice of the People t-shirt on the baseball t-shirt. They're limited edition. I don't actually have any more left, but I could always get some more made possibly. But anyway, and yeah, it's just the other day, or was it last week or 2 weeks ago? Mike P was in the house. He was my former bass player in my first band, Mr. Pink, and then it was Hollis. And I laughed because I said we should pull up that old video, the first music video I ever made, because I was wearing my Chicago Cubs shirt, and it was just like I said, I'm not a huge sports fan. Like I will say though, of all the sports that I would pay attention to or like, if any, which I don't really like many sports. I don't watch football. I'm not into any of that. But I do like baseball. So, and I used to play softball. I wasn't very good, but my mom always says that the one time I caught like a pop-up in the air, my name was in the paper, and they always, remember when Holly caught the pop-up? But they always put the people who weren't that great in the outfield because most of the girls didn't hit that far out in the outfield. So, but I tried. I was always one of those who was like trying, especially in the track team. But I'll get into all that. I don't go off in a tangent. We're just getting warmed up. I'm getting warmed up, and it is so nice to be back again, middle of the week. And I hope everyone out there had a good day so far. If it wasn't that good, we're going to get better right now. I can't believe it's 7 o'clock already. Like I said, I'm kind of still on the weird schedule. I got up a little earlier than I've been getting up. Went to bed a little earlier. I went to bed around 5 a.m. So that's the story, but we're getting there. We're getting there. And I'm going to check into the chat room in a little bit. But first, let's take care of housekeeping. And the title of the show, I'm excited for tonight's show to talk about a little thing I've thought about and we've been talking about. I've dropped some little droplets and little seeds about the recreation movement because it just seems like the next evolution, as I said, to the Reconnection Movement, which was episode 1. So here we are, 18 episodes later, 17. This is the 18th. And I'm going to talk a lot about that. And I figured out how to do, well, actually, Dan helped me do a poll. So I'm going to be able to put it on the screen and we're going to talk about it. You guys can vote by putting a number in the chat room. But first, we got to get some people in that room. I don't see any of my regulars in there yet. I don't see any comments yet. Maybe you guys are in there. But it's always better when I have my friends here to talk with. Otherwise, I'm just talking to myself, even though I could be talking to you, but I won't know that if you aren't in the chat room or if you don't drop a comment. I'll just think I'm talking to myself, but you know what? That's all right. Because I always say it's talk therapy anyway. So just get it out, get it out, get it out. Okay, so I've uploaded some things up here to talk about tonight. So I'm going to say, yes, we're going to talk again about AI and some stuff. And another really great thing happened today that I was just like amazed. And I want to wait but I'll repeat it because I don't think he's in here yet. And maybe he'll be stopping by. Hopefully, Aaron will be coming in. But I got my first song request So I'm going to be recording a song for Aaron, and he went and he supported me. He paid for the song, the price of it. It's on my Buy Me a Coffee over here. And I have not had one. I haven't done anything like this in so many years. I don't even think I did it for the Love Zombies. I did it. We actually wrote an original song for someone who like sent in like an idea, and we made it a song. Actually, one was for Phil and Vanessa, and they had like a wedding song. Or like something about it was called When Love Walked In. It was like, I don't know if they played it at their wedding. I don't think it wasn't their wedding song, but I think it was something, it's all, but anyway, we ended up writing it was an original song. But to, creative ways that I could offer that doesn't cost me much money to do, but will help me, earn some money to do this podcast, to keep paying for the streaming because it costs, pay all these fees and everything, and to promote the album. I thought of some ideas of how people can support, if they're interested in helping independent artists, if they like my music, they like my voice, if they want to see me succeed. And let's face it, not everyone wants you to succeed. We live in a very competitive world. And you know how it is, guys. You know how it is. If you're on the Instagram, I always see these things. It's like, the people who are most likely to support you aren't on your friends list. They're not even your friends. They're not your family. I mean, like, I know my family supports me, so I'm lucky with that. But, I always see these things. It's like strangers are always the ones who are like, you could do it, you could go. And then you think the people who maybe you've known since people you've known for a long time would support you. Like, they don't like it. They don't share it. They don't help. But so my point is, not everyone always wants you to succeed. But that's right. You got to believe in yourself, and you got to focus on the ones who do, and they actually support, they help. So that was amazing, amazing. And the song that he picked for me to sing, again, I feel like I should wait for him to come in the room because I don't know if he's definitely gonna be able to pop in. Sometimes he comes in a little later, but I'll repeat it if he gets back. But yeah, he requested a song, and I'm so excited to sing it because I'm going to record it. I have the backing track I'm going to get and stuff, and then I'm going to sing it and mix it and record it myself, and then I need to send it to him as MP3, and maybe even do a video for it and stuff. But he picked the song. Oh, we got one comment here. Good evening, Joe. Joe's in the chat room. Oh, Aaron is in here. Okay, good. Joe says, good evening, Hollis. I'm on my lunch break at work now, so I can chat with you for the next 23 minutes. Oh, well, Monk Dirt Biker, I guess could you guess? There's a million songs that would be probably hard to guess. But Aaron, I said I couldn't believe it because I woke up today and I saw something in my inbox, and it said, I saw that it went, hello, Jason. Jason's in the chat room. Welcome, guys. I love you all, and I'm so glad you're here. And hold on one second. Any technical difficulties here? Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Hold on one second. My audio maybe. I have my executive producer. He always is checking in on all the apps, making sure they're, and he's saying maybe they're not. So let me just make sure you could hear my voice. Okay, was my voice not that good? So I have my executive producer here, and he always makes sure my voice the microphone's working because he listens in the next room. So I think we might have had the wrong setting. Okay, it's back.
Remember you said last night I sounded like a robot?
Yes.
The mic was being picked up from here, not there.
Holy moly.
You're good now.
Thank you. So just to keep you guys in the loop in real time here, this is boring technical stuff that you don't really need to know about, but this microphone is the best. And when you hear it, it sounds nice. It's like broadcaster quality. We take pride in our audio here. It's the one thing they say, they can't forgive bad audio when you're a podcaster. I mean, sometimes the camera, but audio is a must have. So I was picking up the audio the last few minutes here from the camera, which didn't make it sound as good. But luckily I have a professional in the other room. He ran over here, and that's what that was all about. So Manga Dirt Biker only has 22 minutes, but I'm going to tell you what happened today. So I woke up and I saw something in my Buy Me a Coffee, and I just saw something like, I didn't look at it. You wake up, you look at your phone, and I just saw, like, it comes up, email, and it said something about a cover, and I didn't really look at it. I just said something, and I saw Aaron's name. I was like, oh, it's like maybe he want something. I thought it was about my song covers. So anyway, so later in the afternoon, I looked at the email and I saw, oh my God, Aaron bought and supported me and requested a cover song. And anyone could guess what it is? Yes. Joe, we fixed that. Oh, is it sound better now, Joe? He said, I hear you, but you do sound kind of echoey, like you're in a tunnel. Hopefully it's a little better now. I think it's better. So anyway, we're going to get to the drum roll. Guess what song I'll be covering? And the world will get to hear this, even though it's specifically for Aaron. It's dedicated to Aaron. and he gets it first. He gets his own copy of it. I'm thinking about doing a video for it as well. Thank you, Dan. He is making sure the audio is good, and it's better now. But let me show you here. We're gonna do a little drum roll. And the song is Barracuda. Barracuda. Oh my gosh. You know, it's so crazy because I've always wanted to sing that song. I just never, because I was in a cover band for a long time, and for some reason, I never sang that one. And I sang Heart. Actually, I know like a bunch of the Heart songs and Alone and stuff, more familiar with that. But like, I always loved Barracuda, but I never actually sang it. And listening it today, as soon as I saw that, I started listening to it, Aaron. I was like so excited. Yeah, I mean, that's a challenging song. I mean, I know I could do it. It's not hitting the high notes. What the most part that I wasn't as familiar with is she does a lot of tricky, or not tricky, I guess tricky. Her wording's a little weird and the timing and stuff. So it's a cool, like you just know the most part really, like at least for me. You the Barracuda. I was singing it better before. Barracuda. But then there's those verses in between. So I like the way I do songs, I have to print it out, write it out, and then like I listen to the same line because I want to get it exactly how she does it. But you put your own spin on it. But no, it's a good. I'm so glad you picked that song because one, it's a great song if you could do it right, and it's a little bit of a challenge. But I like that. I'm glad it's something I never did before because I've always wanted to do it. So I'm so excited, and Aaron. I can't thank you enough for your support. Thank you so much. That helps me, and I get to actually get paid, which I appreciate, and do what I love. So thank you so very much, and I can't wait to get that to you. I'm going to be working on it. I'm probably could get it to you probably by next week. I'll have it done. So because I gotta record it and test my editing skills. Brush up a little bit on that and give the track and all that stuff. But yes, so I will get that to you soon. But it was just like I saw that and I got very, very happy. Combined with yesterday, I finally got my PayPal money that Gareth had bought my album there. So I got that. So I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm getting paid for my work again. Finally, it's nice. It's nice. And then today, Aaron inspired me because I was singing. Of course, like when I'm looking up Barracuda, then other songs come up. I start listening to them again, and it reminded me of another cover song I've wanted to do for so long, and I never did it, but I'm going to do it. And then I was playing that in the living room. The tricky thing sometimes with the cover songs is the song I want to do. It's a song. I'll just tell you what it is. I mentioned it before. It's a song called "Angels" by Robbie Williams. Do you guys know that one? Aaron, do you know that song? It's such a good song. I love that song. But yes, I will. I know I will. I already do. Like I've been singing, Dan's been like, yeah, he's like, it sounds good. I can't wait to belt it out and go to the music studio and work on it. So I love you. And Amy and Aspen. And I saw the story about it. So with Aspen and everything. So I'm honored that you would want me to do that. So thank you. I can't wait. What was I going to say? Oh, do you guys know that song, Angel by Robbie Williams? It's such a good song. And obviously, though, he's a guy, so he's singing it, so it has to be in a different key. So I was trying to figure out the key. Oh, Gareth is there. My sisters. Welcome to the show, Gareth. I was just talking about you, saying how today I received my money from PayPal from the album you bought, and how Aaron, I don't know if you just got here or if you weren't here, but how Aaron got the cover song. So it's so awesome. It's really awesome. Because it's funny, you guys, to be honest, I was like, I know I'm all over the place, but so I'm going to be getting, God willing, God thank you to my mom. I'm going to be getting a new car. And not thank you to my mom because she's going to co-sign to help me get the car because our finances went to hell because of the house and all this stuff. And literally, the problem is, like, I make some money here and there, but it's not consistent. And you know how it is when they're trying. That's why I need her to co-sign the car because it's so hard to get a loan and a car. Like it's hard to get stuff, but they don't see money coming in. So you don't want to have to ask your mom to do it. Like, oh man, I have to ask my mom to co-sign because like I said in another episode last week, I'm very transparent and clear. Like, what do I have to hide? Like, listen, you live a creative life. You do not have the steady income stream. Sometimes they don't trust that you because you don't have the you can't show. Oh, it sucks. And my husband lost his job, so it was hard for it. Like, just the credit went bad with the house. Like, anyway, long story short, you hate to have to ask your mom to co-sign it, but thank God she said she would help me co-sign it, and she'd help me with the down payment, because I know once we sell our house and we get the money, I could give it back to her. But in the meantime, I have no freaking car. So literally just yet, so she's gonna do it. I'm not sure. We're gonna start looking at some trucks and stuff, because we want to get a pickup truck, because I need a truck. Well, I guess an SUV would be okay too, but I have other ideas, because a truck you could make money with, and we need a truck. So I could start doing gigs again, putting my equipment. I have like so much stuff, and it's hard when you don't have a car. I mean, we have one car, but we share it, and it's kind of like it's not on its last legs. I don't want to say that, but it has a lot of miles on it, and like, so anyway, I had to sell my old car when I moved from Maine. And I'm sorry if this is boring to anyone, but you know what I mean? Is that, trying to get like with the credit, and my whole point where I came to this was thank you for the income, because yesterday I was like, oh God, I got to sell stuff. I got to show I have some income coming in. Cause even though she's co-signing and helping with the down payment, and I have a little bit of money saved up, and I know I can make the payments, they don't believe it. So you have to see of income coming in. So I'm like, oh, I got to show. So anyway, that helped. And so did Garrett's money. So thank you. So and even the buy me a coffee money is good, because it's showing that I have some income coming in, because it's not a traditional job, So I don't know how I got in all that. My point is I'm very new beginnings. Like I can't wait to get a car, but it's still that thing where even though I have my mom co-signing and helping me, you still gotta, it's never guaranteed, because it's very hard to get stuff. Yes, I know. Garrett is so right? He says cars are essential, but such a pain with all that goes with them. It's right. Like, even when I moved, I was kind of like, okay, because I was coming to Cleveland, and we did have one car, but I didn't know. I thought maybe we would be living downtown Cleveland, where you don't need a car. So that was the only reason why I was kind of like, okay, well, and also the other reason was moving with two cars was hard. And my car that I did sell, I mean, it was older. It was 15 years old, but I mean, it would have lasted. It was a Honda. It was good. And I just had to put work into it. So I ended up, and Aaron knows, I ended up selling it to, to my neighbor, Henry. So I know it's in good hands, but it was just kind of one of those like, oh, then I got here. I'm like, damn, I wish I didn't sell my car. You know what I mean? Cause you're like, you need it. And it was in the winter and all that. So anyway, we went through for a couple months without a car, but it is essential. And it's like, a car is freedom. You need a car to get to jobs, do other things. So, like I said, whatever. I'm not complaining, but I'm just saying, oh my God, I'm very excited to get a car again, which is crazy. You get through all this in life, and you're like, oh my God, now I'm back. Like, oh, a car. What happened? Like, you're moving, the money's blah blah blah. But new beginnings grow like bamboo. Yes. And Aaron says that's a nice song, Angels by Robbie Williams. I love that song. So yeah, so that is a song I always wanted to cover, and I'm gonna do it. And Aaron inspired me again today, because I was like, you know what? Why don't I do another one? I'm gonna do while I'm recording. I'm gonna get that one back out, because I was saying I wanted to do all these things, and we were moving and blah blah blah. Excuses be gone. It's time. There's no more excuses. It's time to do it. So yes, so I'm very excited about that. But yes, it's so great to have everyone in here today. So let's see. I was saying the title of the episode here, and I put it on Rumble here, and I know what it was, but a few things, right? I'm a little bit all over the place, but I get excited. And if anyone has any questions or want to talk about anything, always, put it in the chat room there, because we are here together. And it's so great to have Gareth here. I know that it's late in the UK, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's probably close to 12:30, right? You guys are 5 hours ahead. Sometimes I mix that up. So for a while I was thinking it was 8 hours ahead. Then I was like, is it 8 hours behind? But so the title here on the Rumble, let me see if I could find it. You guys see it there probably. There's probably somewhere else too quicker. Sorry guys. But I was saying I am on the Rumble. We are broadcasting live on the Rumble, obviously on YouTube. I know Garrett's watching on YouTube. I could tell because I could see your little icon. And Rumble X, I believe we're on. Instagram we should be on. Instagram doesn't like us after an hour, so they cut us off. And I think I said Facebook. And obviously also VOPUSARadio.com. www. It's going across the bottom of the screen there. I think it says that. VOPUSARadio.com. I'm on the Health and Wellness channel. That's our own platform. And you can see me there. That's live there as well. But this one that's on right now, it's the Recreation Movement, Bringing Back What Matters, episode 18. Okay, so this was what I wrote for the thing here. As you guys, I don't know if you guys ever look at the titles or the descriptions, but I said tonight's episode is a follow-up to the Reconnection Movement. Now, 10 years later, remember in episode 1, I was talking about it as we introduced the idea of the Recreation Movement. And I'm saying this because we've been talking about this. It always comes up. Like I said, it's about AI, like moving forward with it, the effects on artists, music, and literally the world as we all are living through a split, the shift. And we always talk about it. Most of you guys in this chat room are my age or older. And so we're living through that split where it's like, oh my gosh, it's coming, it's coming. And we do remember the old. And so I said, but this is it's a brainstorming session. And I have a poll. So I'm going to put it up there so we could vote and you could tell, you'll see it in a minute. I'm excited about it. Okay, this is an open brainstorming session centered around holding on to what truly matters in a rapidly changing world. With growing concerns around AI, creativity, music, and the future of humanity, this conversation explores a different path forward, not by reinventing the wheel, but by revisiting and restoring the values, traditions, and ways of life that once gave people a sense of meaning and connection. The Recreation Movement is about blending the best of the old with the realities of the new, rebuilding a sense of community, morals, and purpose without losing what made life feel real in the first place. If you've been feeling the shift and questioning where to go from here, this is your invitation to be part of a conversation community that's focused on preserving what matters while thoughtfully creating what comes next. Like I said, you guys, and I know, it's not about living in the past, but it's about saying, okay, what are these things that are like non-negotiables that need to still be here? Like I said, it's not about like, oh, just only about vinyl records, or we don't want to give up. Like that's kind of like, okay, you're kind of like, yeah, vinyl records are great, but it's talking more about like values and morals that I think or technology and AI and stuff could replace or make people forget and not realize, you know what I mean? Stuff like we've talked about this, but I will bring this up because it kind of ties it all together. Well, not really, but it does. About something I saw last night. We could talk about it. Real quick, let me just see what Joe says here. Joe says, Hollis, I had just thought of my favorite 1980s song, but I know you could do an excellent cover for some time. You can find the song on YouTube and play it on the 80s night. Yes. Can't Shake Loose by False Cog. She was blonde hair singer of the 70s group. Oh, ABBA, yeah. She did one solo album in the early 80s and then that was it. Oh, Can't Shake Loose. Okay. No, yeah, I maybe I know it already, but I'll listen to it and see if I do. But yeah, that would be great. Like I said, I want to play music, but it's always that licensing thing. Because if I play it, then sometimes they won't put it up or whatever, but we'll figure it out. But yeah, that's awesome. Let's go to media assets here. Like this is something and tell me what you guys think of this. This came last night on Facebook. I just happened to see it. I was like, oh my God. Hold on. I'll put it up here. Wait. I preloaded I'm the producer here. I'm the board op Hollis. Will you bring that picture up? Here it is. Let's see. Is this the one? I have a few here. I don't know which one's which here. No, that's not it. That's not it. This one. Okay. And all you guys will understand this right here. Let me get rid of this comment real quick because I can't see it. Aaron, you're still there? How do you think about this? Listen to this one. Says, it's just an ad I happen to see. Says, with Suno, anyone with an idea can turn it into a song. No instruments, no training, just imagination. Whether it's a vibe, a memory, or random thought, Suno brings it to life in seconds. It's never been easier or more fun to make music that feels like you. And then it says, iPhone made everyone a photographer. Now Suno, at Suno Music, is doing the same for music. Wave goodbye to production barriers. Anyone could be a musician. Music creative. Now, what do you guys feel about that? As far as see, this is where we could get into, okay, the pros and cons, right, of AI. What was kind of refreshing and made me feel like, oh, good. I wish I could, find it on Facebook. I'm probably there somewhere, like this exact one, because there was so many comments underneath it. But they were all like kind of against. They were against it. They were like, "Oh yeah, and now everyone can be a musician." It was like it was supportive. It made me kind of feel relieved, where people were like, "Yeah, just because I could take a, you know, cook I don't know, a piece of toast doesn't mean I'm a chef." I don't know, whatever. But you know what I mean? There was a lot of supportive comments were like, "Oh, you know, musicians, like supporting musicians. Like, no, not everyone could just be a musician." Like, remember, I always say it, if you want to be a singer, you should probably know how to sing. If you call yourself a piano player, you should probably learn how to play the piano, maybe read music. I don't, just so what do you guys think about that one? Here, let me get rid of it here real quick. Like I said, here we go. And that's the thing too. Now for see, I've never used Suno because I don't know. I mean, that's one I just, like I said, I'm honest and open. For my Back to the 80s song, or, for the TGI Friday song, I used AI for it because it was just, it's not me singing it. I didn't really care. I was like, okay, then, and it's a good song. It's great. I think that's the thing. I think the way it was worded, you know what I mean? That doesn't make you a musician just because you put your idea out there, but, and it turns a song. And actually, Dan was telling me today, I've heard this before too, that there's apps too where you just say your voice says maybe, I don't know, the first line of a song, and then it'll take the whole song and sing it in your voice. I haven't seen that one, but that one's new. Oh my gosh. Because that's the thing, like, right? There's pros and cons. And I say the same thing. AI isn't all bad. Maybe I should put my poll up. I'll put that up in a minute because it's related to all this. I don't think AI is, I don't know. Like, I don't think it's all bad. Like, the thing about having production and like it can help you, the tools, yes, tools make things faster. And we can't, and be grateful for them. Like I said, for some things, there was times when I was in Love Zombies, the band. I mean, not just Love Zombies, my whole life, like way before, obviously before AI or anything. Like, it really set you back. Like, oh, I can't do a show because I don't have a bass player. I can't do a drum. I can't be in a band without a drummer. So I couldn't like, we weren't able to go out like I am now if I want to and play and not be held back because I could program drums into the machine. I could have a bass player and I play along my piano and sing. And I'm able to do that now with the sound of a full band if I want it. Yeah, of course. I mean, I always would prefer a full band, but they're a pain in the butt. So, and it's a lot cheaper, unfortunately, because I'm not into, I want everyone I have to pay people, and some people do it for free and stuff. But like, I'm just saying, I don't take advantage of people. So I don't expect people to always just come and play my stuff, So you would have to pay them. My point is, in that regard, I'm grateful for it because I'm able to go and do my own thing. And that's not just AI though. That was like before AI, like, Pro Tools and getting the tracks and all that stuff. So welcome to Jessica Wapinski's in the room. Jessica. Jess says, I've told you about my app Smule. People have started using alternative apps for AI purposes, but posted those songs onto Smule. Yeah, not your app, the app you use. Yeah. And real quick, let's go back to that. Joe, we'll see you when your lunch break's over. So my break is over, so I go back to work. I'll be in and out, Hollis. So I'll drop another line. Okay, Joe, love you. Talk to you soon. I'll be here. So wait, Jess says again, okay, so there's a app, and Jess told me about it when we reconnected. I never knew Jess was such a good singer. You kind of kept that a secret. I don't know, or maybe you didn't, but I just don't remember. But when you told me, I was like, oh my God. And then Jessica was singing. Weren't you singing, or was it the friend you were telling me? Like, you were singing America. We should sing that together. Yes. And I got your message. We're going to make that happen. Yes. I've told you about my app. Well, the app she uses is called Smule. And Smule, people have started using alternative apps for AI purposes, but posted those songs onto Smule. Now, Smule was only like cover songs or original songs, but what are you saying now? People are posting, I don't know. Tell me more. Not my app, the app you use. Well, oh yeah, me and my one friend. You were singing America, Lonely People. I love that song. I found the cover. It's on my Buy Me a Coffee. I'll have to send it to you. I did a long time ago. I'm playing the harmonica and all that stuff. So, Smule, people have started using alternative apps for AI purposes. Oh, so they're not using Smule as much anymore? Is that what you're saying? Or are people going on Smule and putting like fake tracks? How would they do that? See, I don't know the app enough, but I just know it was really cool and people were really singing. Smule is whatever you want it to be. You can do freestyle or duet groups. Now, you're saying if people are leaving it and going to other apps for AI, or people are putting AI tracks in there? Let's see. You tell me. Gareth says you hit the nail on the head. You're a musician to write songs, so having AI help you with production and associated things is good. Totally different. Non-musicians just making songs and taking up real artist space. Yep. See, that's the thing. And that's the part, like I said, I get so pissed about, because it's already been, like I said, it's always been hard to be a musician. I mean, when I say hard, like, no, you do hard to make money. I mean, the struggle is real. I mean, again, it's just the lifestyle. You do it, you love it. You might hit it big. If you play the game, you do things the right way, you get lucky, you get a break, and you do make money. You're smart with it. Your life could be great, But for a lot of the majority of people, let's say, like, out of every 1,000, maybe, I think probably even more. Every 10,000, maybe one makes has been made a millionaire from it or something. Probably more or less. I don't know. I just feel like, so my point is, it's always been difficult as it was. You know what I mean? And then here we come. Now these people, anyone could just make music. And the problem is, Garrett, it floods it. It oversaturates it. It floods, like, it makes people not value music as much because, like, oh, anyone could do it, which it's not. It's not everyone can do it. I say that we always talk about this, right? It's like, no, not everyone's an artist. Hell no. Because that takes sacrifice. It's not just about, like I always say, putting on a hat and after work, I'm an artist now because I want to be one and I know how to buy my followers. I know how to make a song and not sing, and I'm an artist. And now, but because you are more tech savvy and smarter, or definitely not smarter, but maybe smarter with the BS and the stuff that doesn't matter, like getting followers, like, you're making it hard for me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, a lot's happened in my life and some kinds of things went the wrong way and didn't always pan out. But for God's sakes, like, I recorded Abbey Road. I mean, I have an album I pay for myself, and I'm still thinking, like, how am I going to make money? Can you, like, seriously? And it's because, I don't know, is it because of blaming on everyone else? I don't know, but I'm just like, I was excited coming back with this album, but like I said, a couple weeks ago when I started putting stuff out again, I'm like, oh my God, I see it so much different than ever. It's so much different than it was, even with people sharing it. Like, no one will share it. It costs money to share it. How many followers? Pay me $100 and I'll put your story out. Pay me $150. I'll repost your thing 10 times. I'm like, and people do it, So it's just a crazy, but this is all good because this is all part of the recreation movement where we can literally, I think it takes people who are fed up, who care enough to say, you know what? No, like, real artists, their music should not be free everywhere. Like I said, yeah, you could put out some songs to get people, you have to do like teasers and stuff, but I'm not. And I don't think people who really care and value what they have, they should just give everything away for free. No. Otherwise, it's just, and you have to, like, but there's a difference, right? Because if I was just doing this and, like, oh, I just want to make money, and, like, you don't care. You wanted to give it, make sure, and then they could buy something else, or they could buy the course you're selling, or whatever. People just use it. They don't use it for heart. They're not an artist. They're just not. So I don't know. I'm kind of all over the place with that, right? So I'm going to go up here back in the chat. So Jess said Smule is what? Okay. Jess said that people have been dubbing them into Smule. And it's not really them. Oh, yeah. Ew, see? There's a lot of stuff going on. Like there's a lot. And we all knew this was going to happen. Even with the AI generated music and stuff, like the copyrights, and they're putting, I don't know. See, this is why now more than ever, actually, when people are not knowing what to do, this is the time the real people say, you know what? No, because I know for sure, like, I'm not just saying just me, but I know I'm a real artist. I know I'm a musician. I know how to play. I know how to sing. I spend a lot of money, time. I have an album. I write everything. And there's a lot of other people like me who are feeling the way that I am, who have paid their dues, don't just throw it into AI and then have someone's money to, like, push it. And now it's like, they're contributed to part of the problem. Like, with the Suno stuff, it's just like, I don't know. I could go on like I'm glad this is a good topic, but it goes to the recreation movement and other things. Gareth says artist space. Yes, that was part of and that's BS. Hey, welcome. Travis and Charlene are here in the room. Hello. Thank you guys for coming in. Welcome, welcome. We are talking about AI and music but other things too, life. And I'm gonna put the poll up and I'm gonna put the poll up in a minute here because then you guys could like vote and we could see what's the main worry here. And you'll see because I'm proud of my new widget. It's a poll. Okay, so I love you guys. Thank you for being in here. Jess says I agree with Gareth Hooper. And by the way, Jess, just to introduce you to Gareth, I have known since the Love Zombies day, and Gareth was always a bit like he always supported, like he always was a fan, and he bought the music, like in a day now where I said people just download for free. Like he even said to me he needed he wanted the digital copy of the album because back when we did the pledge it was CDs. I think it might have been also digital too. I think it was back then. But anyway, and he even said to me in the chat the other day, right? You said it the other night. You stream, but you buy the album too to support the artist. Thank you. Not everyone does it. Not a lot of people think of that. But like my point is, if you find someone you really do like, again, I'm not talking about me. I'm just talking about when you really find something you do like and there's an option to buy it, if you can do it. Because it's otherwise it kind of is like just taking it, stealing it, I guess, but that's why people just give it away for free. It's like, I'm not just going to give it away for free. Like, because I spent a lot of money on it and time and I think it's valuable. So I know it's valuable. So it's like one of those things where maybe not everyone feels that way because they just typed into AI. Who cares? Just put it out there. I hope it hits. I hope it goes viral. I don't care. I hope my music helps people. I hope maybe some of the songs resonate and I have songs about loss and pain and light and all that. I hope it does. Amnesia. You guys liked it the other day. I know Smiriglio out there liked it. But Jess agrees with you. In Bob's Timbo Market Institutes in the house. Welcome to Holistic. I'm your host, Hollis Mahady, and it's off to a great start because I have a lot of great friends in here who I love very much. I'm so happy you're here. Including you, Timothy. We missed you. Where have you been? Yes. Jess Wipinski, he knows. And Jess and Gareth, Jess was my college roommate. She has a Love Zombie shirt and she's always supported as well. So thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. So let's get the poll up here just in the meantime while we're talking about this stuff. Let me go back to media assets. Dan had set this up for me. I was thinking questions. This is where the chat can participate. Okay, widgets. Okay. Resume first and then show. Oh, there we go. Can you guys see that there? Can you guys see that? Okay, so here's my little poll, and I think I could just keep it there. And it just says, and I think it says, what do you fear AI replacing the most? Type 1, 2, 3, or 4 in the chat. Like whatever you think. Like you could vote, and I think it should show the results. So, and what do you feel? Like I was trying to think of there's another one too I have, but it says, what do you fear AI replacing the most? If it were to replace everything, like human connection, jobs, music, art by humans. Say, what if no humans were ever to make it again? It was all just inputting and humans don't do it. Hey, look at that. So we got one. Cars and drivers. I was thinking of that one. Like, I mean, maybe some people, like my sister doesn't drive. She's like, oh, I think that'd be cool. Like a self-driving car. I mean, she could drive. She does drive a little bit, but she doesn't like driving. She's just an example. And there's older people who maybe want a car taking them. So maybe cars isn't the best, but still, they're not going to have cars. I was watching something with Elon Musk. He's like, there won't be steering wheels in there. They might pop up if it's a special feature. So there'll be like, that, so that's my thing there. Yeah. So we have 2 for number 3. Yeah. Music and art by humans because, and you got music lovers and people who sing music, like, just, you guys know, like without musicians and without real artists, it's going to be hard to have really like good songs. So you could tell if it's AI. And yes, I'm not going to AI can do some really good song, like hooks and they were memorable and stuff, but it goes hand in hand with replacing humans, right? Like the need for creation. Oh, and Aaron says faith. Is that but your thing that when I put the thing back, the poll goes away. I think I can move the poll. But no, the poll will come back. But right? What do you fear AI replacing the most? Religion? Human so would that be human connection too? No, but like AI for accents only. Laugh out loud. I have so many things to say. Okay, so I don't want to miss anything. He knows it's going to be good. Okay. Jess says, I have so many things to say about back in the day, growing up with a parent in the industry. Things were so different. Yeah. And like you said, it was just a different time. I'm gonna get you on the show, Jess. You should come on the show and we could talk about it. You could pop on. Hey, you could pop on now if you want. You let me know. I don't put you on the spot. But if you guys want to come on, I need to have guests. I want to have guests. So, maybe not right now, but if you want to, let me know. And if not, we'll get you on here. And Tom too. We could just all talk about it because it is like I said, we're living in a shift. And what I said about the recreation movement was like, it's up to people like us, I think, to take a stand. And like I said, I'm a big advocate of music, obviously, and the importance of creativity and the importance of good music and good art and things that make you think and use your brain. I should have had that in there. What are you scared of AI replacing? The brain. Obviously, your human brain. Free thinking. I mean, AI, you got to input something into it, but I think it's going to make people so lazy that again, convenience, right? Isn't that a big thing? Oh, it's so convenient, so convenient. They don't want free thinkers. Okay. We want to get rid of who's they? Do you think the people in charge want people dumb? They don't want people rebel. You know what I mean? Rebel against AI? Like, no. I mean, yeah, this isn't all just about hating AI and because we got to learn how to adapt with it. But they want robots who are just like, yes, sir, like, oh, go do it. Over since the beginning of time. Like the show with the dinosaurs. I don't know, the beginning of time, but whatever. Since I've been alive and our generations, like artists, creative people, and people who appreciate it. Like, you're weird. You think outside the box. You think deeper. Like, you just question, like, where beautiful music comes from sometimes. It's like, you don't think you're a free thinker. You don't you go your own path. Even like I said, the artist path is harder. I mean, it's like you rejected kind of the typical path of the matrix and going and getting, the 9 to 5. And people always say it's like the worst when you have to give up because like you can't pay for anything. So you go to 9 to 5 and you conform and you have to sometimes. And so it's just like, but free thought. It's like, and now here we go. The supercomputer, the superhuman brain. I mean, it's like, it's smarter than anything. Even Elon Musk always says, there's the greatest danger of humanity is AI, right? So it's just like, I don't know, man. But that's what I'm saying. It's important to think about these things. The recreation movement, make these old things that were most important. And I have some notes. I'll bring them up and we can discuss it. It's going in order here. Garrett says, I don't buy physical music anymore, but always buy the download to support the artist. Yes. And that's amazing because not a lot of people think to do that. Like I said, we're in a consumer culture where it's just like people expect it like a service, like you owe me, like streaming free. Like, screw you. Do I take your stuff? Do I go to your house and take I don't know. If you wrote a book, should I just go into your house and take it? I'm owed this. I earn it. Well, that's the thing. People don't have value for yourself. Just give it away. Just give it away. Just give it away. Because I don't want anyone to see it. Because I don't care. I just want to be seen, and I want to be a TikTok star, and I want 1 million followers, and I want I have to show do whatever it takes. It's like it has integrity, or whatever. Like that thing is Suno. Anyone could be a musician. No, not everyone. No, I mean, I think a requirement is probably to know how to play an instrument. We've talked about all this. And on the flip side, yes, it's good. The production things, tools that will help. Like my point earlier, yes, of course. Like, I'm so happy I don't have to, if I don't want to, rely on a freaking bass player or a drummer. They're a pain in the butt. But yeah, I would prefer one, sure.
but it still comes with a lot of drama. So I'm just like, oh, well, I could do it myself. So there's something good. I don't have to pay. And that's a great thing is about technology and like all these things, pro tools. You could record stuff at home. You could do so much you couldn't do where it would cost thousands of dollars and blah, blah, blah. And then people don't do it at all because they could never do it. So it opens up a whole thing where everybody can be a musician. But I think everybody should have the opportunity if they want to, but it just becomes so easy because that takes the value out of it. It becomes valueless, supply and demand. I always say the same thing, guys, and I know you understand. It's a shame because it's not. That's stuff you can't buy. You cannot buy. Again, I'm not just talking about me, but there's certain people are channeled from God to do songs that let it like anything. What are your favorites? Imagine, let it be like those are just some of them. The Badfinger story I always talk about, like stuff that heals, the stuff like all that music. Certain people are a channel. Like that's important. I use the example Billy Joel. Imagine Billy Joel now on TikTok. Like, would he break through with any? Like, it's just like really. So that's the recreation movement. Like, figuring out how to get some people together who really understand, and not just music for other stuff too. So I'm going down into the chat room here. Hold on. That's what Eric said. Okay, we have 3 for who understand that. Yes, Jess. Jess, you want to come on tomorrow? Yes, we'll play it by ear. Let me know. Come on if you can. I would love to have you on as a guest, or I could promote it if you definitely want to come on. You can even put your picture on the thumbnail if you'd like. We'll talk after the show. I would love to have that. Yes, Garrett says, imagine calling a plumber out. He fixes the problem, then you say, sorry, I don't want to pay. Frustrates me so much. People just expect music for free. Yeah. See, thank you, Gareth. You're like I said, there's not enough people like it is. And that's where I say I get so pissed off because it's like with the whole like streaming and people doing it for free and people like, well, streaming too, right? Napster. They said Napster. Is Timothy still in here? MAGA Institute, are you in there? Because we had talked about this a lot. He said it was like the streaming and the Napster just killed the game of culture, just a consumer culture, like where you expect it. And then there's the thing too, where again, I'm trying to pave the path, not pave or forge my own path, which I've always have been or trying anyway. But it's like, I say, no, I'm not going to give my music away for free. Right. But I'm not, but at the same time, then you're like, well, how is anyone going to hear it when you're like, it's just, you have to compete, like I say, against these, how's anyone going to hear it? But I don't know. I think there has to be a way where it's just like you said, put out something real, put out value. It's more about getting people to exposure for people to know, like there are people who exist who are still real artists who put their time, and it's not just AI and it's not, you know what I mean? Or people who've been around. There are a lot of other people out there, but we're all navigating the same problem. I just think, like I said, going back to the AI thing, it's just like, God, you're going to touch music too. You're going to freaking try to ruin it even more for artists. There's already a struggle. It's already hard. Like really, now it's like completely valued. And I don't believe that. So that's why I'm here. We're going to fight for it and connecting and finding other artists. Oh, so speaking of that, actually, this is actually a good news. This is something else I found today, and this is actually, it's all related. Let's go back to my media assets. Actually, real quick before I do that, I'm just going to play because I talk. You guys, I talk a lot, don't I? But I guess I'm supposed to because I'm the host. And if I didn't talk, we might just be sitting here like this. And then people would just no one would even come, and I'd be like, hi. Hi, everyone. My name's Hollis. How's everyone doing today? What'd you have for lunch? Okay, I'll be right back. And then we're gonna dig into it.
Are you enjoying the podcast? If you'd like to support what I'm building, you can buy me a coffee. Every bit of support helps me keep this podcast going and release my music independently. You can leave a one-time tip or become a member for a few dollars a month and unlock exclusive content and behind-the-scenes footage you won't find anywhere else. Just visit buymeacoffee.com/Hollis Mahady or scan the code you see on the screen. When you're truly independent, creating music isn't just art, it's devotion. It's late nights, long days, and pouring your own time, energy, and money into something you believe in, something you feel called to bring into the world. Right now, the world is overflowing with content, music everywhere, so much of it generated in seconds by machines.
And somewhere in that noise, real artists are fighting to be heard. The ones who spent years learning their craft. The ones who turned their pain into songs. The ones who kept going when it would have been easier to quit. Most people scroll past without thinking about the soul behind the sound. But if you ever find music that moves you, that heals something in you, that makes you feel less alone, remember, there's a real person behind it. Because good music isn't noise. It's something sacred. If you discover music that speaks to you, support the people who made it, if you can.
There you go. See, it's all related. It's a topic that comes up a lot. But and again, I always say music, of course, but it goes for everything, for lots of all creative endeavors and stuff like that. Like books too. I mean, anyone could write a book now and publish it themselves. This doesn't have that same maybe appeal as it used to. I mean, that's good. I get in some ways, but is it really coming from your mind? It's coming from ChatGPT, and ChatGPT is good. I mean, you don't know. Did someone really write it? I mean, I've used ChatGPT. I've used it a lot myself, but it's the same kind of thing. My sister had a problem with it. Like, 'cause my sister went to school for English, and she has a PhD in English, and she's a professor, and she grades papers, and she's like, all the kids are using ChatGPT, and they don't even know if they're writing it. So that's a problem with schools too. It's like, I forget, there was something with a degree. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot, because kids are using it. They're not even using their mind. They're allowed to use it. And how do you regulate it? How do you really know if they wrote it, if anyone wrote anything? But let me go back to the thing I saw. I said, good news, I found this today, which I thought was very cool. Is this the right one? Let me see. Oh, okay. So this, I don't have the proper thing pulled up, but proper thing. A music platform owned and controlled by its community. Join artists, labels, and 2,078 supporters in collectively owning and shaping Subvert. Our alpha platform is now live for members only testing. So apparently I saw it and I was like, wow. I said, that's what I've been trying to do with Voice of the People. Like, don't have it be owned by billionaires and millionaires, because then they could block you. Everything's about the algorithm. It's not fair. Like Rumble, for instance, I guess Rumble's not the best example. Like Twitter, Rumble's okay. Like I said, I like Rumble more than most because with a free speech, you don't get thrown off for saying like things that, people, they can decide what you can say or not, So I was always about free speech. Our free speech platform is Voice of the People USA Radio. And like I said, that was my idea for this, and Dan as well. It was like, and that it's hard though. It's hard to get people to understand what we're trying to do. It's saying a platform built by the people, for the people, literally built by two people, paid for, funded out of our own pockets, not millionaires, but it's hard. And you run into the problem where you're competing. Like, it's hard to get advertising. Not enough people know about it, but it's there. Same thing with Voice of Freedom Records, a label created by an artist, for artists, by an artist, so it's like people coming together and taking more control back and saying, no, because I hate the traditional music industry. I mean, it's so bad, but because of stories like Badfinger, because of stories like Michael Jackson, because of record, because they only treat you like a commodity, like a business, and I always say, yes, music's a business, and people, if they help you, if managers help you get out, like they play their role. You should pay them if they're doing work for you, fine. But it comes to that point where there's so much shady shit that they take advantage of people, and they take advantage of the artist, the vessel, to me, the artist, the creative, that is our job, is to get the music out there. It's from God. We're a vessel. It's a soul. And then these music business people, not all of them, but let's say probably more than not, there's some good ones. If you're lucky, maybe you'll find one, but they do not protect the artist. They like, and I always use the example of Badfinger as the biggest example, like that. Like, please, come on. It was not a good ending for them, and they did not deserve that. Like, no one deserves that, but especially people who are trying, like, just innocent people who really only care about making music and giving the gift to the world, which they were born with, and that they, worked hard to do, So anyway, this platform looks pretty cool, and I don't have it up there, but like it said that they are not taking AI music, and I guess it's it's similar to a Bandcamp,
that you could put a page up there. I don't know. I applied today to be a member. It's like in the alpha testing phase, so it's maybe not public. I don't know if I'll get accepted to it. I don't think you have to pay. You can contribute. But anyway, but obviously, and they have their transparency up there that, they had investors, I guess some guy gave them $600,000. That's how much it costs to do it. So the idea we have is all great for the people, by the people, but if not enough people, like I always say, there's, money or power in numbers. And if everyone gave a little, we don't need $600,000 for one person. Our listener base for Voice of the People, we have millions of listeners. But imagine if some of those listeners, and that was cultivated over 20 years, they weren't my listeners. Dan built that up. And he has a lot of audio listeners from around the world. Literally, we have the numbers, like millions of people tune into his show. And there's a lot of people around the world listening to Holistics and maybe watching it now, but it was like a lot of audio listeners. So I was like, God, if everyone could give $5, like we would have the money to put the advertising to build this. But it's hard. So I guess my point is that was kind of cool seeing that other people are worried about it. That was good that I saw it. And the person who posted was this guy named Mike. I know from back in New York. Right? I mean, he's been a musician his whole life. He talks about AI and he's I can't speak for him, but I'm sure he's assuming that some of the same problems with the AI and just seeing like what's happening, especially like I say, a real artist. He's been doing it his whole life. He has many albums out. He's selling his music. He's touring in the UK last I saw and doing a lot of stuff. He's a real artist. When I say a real artist, I mean someone who's dedicated a lot of time, didn't just put on an AI track and put on a filter and said, I'm an artist. Like, no, there's people who sacrifice. They live the lifestyle. That's what it is. You don't always choose it. I mean, like sometimes I'm like, God, why we choose this? It's a lot harder. You don't get the security, and you're not in the comfort. You don't get the security, but you at least know you're doing. You just can't not do it. So I was excited to see that. So we'll see where that goes. I think that's good. That's important. Like I said, a couple weeks ago, I sent in my music to some other publishing thing, like some publishing. And I had to pay for it. It was $100 to submit my songs. I haven't heard anything back. I don't know. So they said they'll write you either way. But the only reason I did that one was because they were saying, it's a new thing and they didn't want AI music and human music and they want only human music. So that's good. Human, we got to put a stamp on it, like human, like that safety stamp, like, with the ingredients, like here, it's human made, so that's where we're going, right? In these days. But yeah, so I don't know. I think that was really cool. So I'll see. I think the guy, his name is Mike. I should reach out to him. Maybe he would come on as a guest and talk about it. He said, I didn't write him. I just saw his thing and then I started looking at it and I applied for it. But it'd be good to talk to him and see, because he said he's like maybe he's invested in it too or something. Because I think you can, be a supporter and contribute, maybe be part of, like, I don't know if it's stocks or something. I don't know. But it'd be good to have a person, because like I said, my point is there are people who are concerned about it, but it's people who are like worried about it and who understand, like, okay, let's fight for it. There's a place, like, we can't just be all anti-AI, I guess. I mean, guess we could, but it's here. So it's like, how do we like adapt to it and still maintain something real and not let it go? And it goes back to episode 1, the Reconnection Movement, where it's like, yeah, we can't stop it, but can we stand our ground a little bit and say, no, like, no, there is a place, fine. There's a place for AI. There's a place for content creation, and you need this, but there's also a place. Do not just push the rest of the real people out, and they're like suffering because someone decided that robots are more important, should rule the world, and everything's about convenience. Well, I don't think so. Let me go back to the chat room. Jess says, times for music are not simple as they were. Things are so complex now. It's difficult. Yeah. And it's a shame. It's a shame, but I don't know. Like I said, we could still do something about it, I think. And it's about making like communities, I guess, like this, and getting, because we're not alone. I do the best I can here, but again, you're up against it. I don't have the money to push this out. We're going to try to post this on Spotify, these podcasts now on more platforms, try to get people to come and, but I don't have advertising. I don't have the time to learn the algorithm. I don't know how to get it out. So I always say, if you like it, share it out, tag a friend, get some more people coming in. And I know little by little, you grow organically. Like Tom said last night, it's just, you got to grow organically. But I mean, it's not easy. Tim says, I'm just waiting for the live read about the fatty liver cure you're slinging. I got to get rid of this fatty liver of the cleansing. Fatty liver. Love that jersey. Cleveland rocks and so does Hollis. Oh, thank you. I love, right? Isn't it so cute? Should I tell you where I really got it? Excuse me. I should make something cool up, but I don't know. I got it at Walmart. I know. I saw it. I was like, I love that. And it was like $30. I was like, okay, I can afford that. I'll do that. Look who came into the chat room. No poll on Rumble. Wait a minute. Oh no, you guys didn't see the poll? Did you guys see the poll? No. Judges. Wait, where's my poll? Okay, there's the poll. Maga says judges. AI judges would be the worst. Yes, right. Jess says, same with Dave from the Hooters dealing with AI now. What do you mean for dealing with AI? Which way? Expand. That's why we got to get you on the show. It's easier. We could just talk about. We could talk a long time about this. But I said, I mean, this is a weird time we're living through. We're living through the split. Hey, welcome to the chat room. Look who's in the house. Must kill Chris. Better late than never. Hi, Hollis. Hi, Chris. So good to have you here. I was talking about you last night. Saying I missed you. And I said, Gareth's in here. Gareth Hooper was always a fan of the Love Zombies. And that's how we met. And he supports music. And he bought a digital copy of my music collection just yesterday, which was nice. I was like, oh. So, but I think I was talking about you because I was talking about the Reconnection Movement and how we're going to do something new, the Recreation Movement, where we're going to create things that still matter. Right? We're gonna recreate because it's about not reinventing the wheel, right? But things that used to work. Like I said, even last week, I was saying it's so sad these days. It's like, and Chris, I know you understand. I think everyone understands pretty much. You know how it is. You're trying to get your stuff out there. Like all the AI now is, it's very hard to be seen. You have to be able to pay. You have to break through it. People don't want to share like they used to. Like street teams. And Jess, you understand. Your dad was a musician. This is what he did, right? Don't you go with your flyer and you pass and people get excited. Ooh, like there's a band playing. Now it's just like, because there's so many, there's too many. And people, who should I look at? Oh my God, whatever. It's just, that's the problem, right? There's too many choices. And when, they always say cream rises to the top. I think that's the thing on that comment I was looking at with the Suno. I don't know, Chris, you maybe just got here, but here, I'll put it up here again real quick. I saw this ad last night on. Oh, and this is something else, Chris. If you just got here, you should go on this too. Subvert. I'll tell you about that in a minute. But this was the ad. It said, with Suno, anyone can turn an idea into a song. No instruments, no training, just imagination. Whether it's a video, a memory, or a random thought, Suno brings it to life in seconds. It's never been easier or more fun to make music. Felt like you. iPhone made everyone a photographer. Now Suno is doing the same thing for musicians. Hold on. Wave goodbye to production barriers, and anyone could be a musician. I think that should be worded. That's worded wrong. You know what I mean? I think that's the part that kind of pissed people off. I mean, in the comment, you know what I mean? Because there was I was actually very happy about the response because people were like, no, that doesn't make you a musician. Like they kind of worded that bad, anyone could be a musician. You don't just say that because I don't think that's not true. Like if just anyone can't be. You should know how to play your instrument, whatever it is. So let me go back off that here real quick. And then what I was talking about is something new that I discovered today. Subvert, it's called. Like something, an alternative like to Bandcamp, but it's just something new. I'll send you the link too. You have to read it. Like I wish I just had the website up there, but yeah. And then, no, not that. No, that's not the right thing. Here's another thing, guys. Musiversal. Okay, so here's again a pro, right? Pros and cons. Like I said, I'm not against AI all the way. You know, there's good things. Here's one. Matthew, okay, Musiversal. 3,000, okay. Before February, okay, before this is how much it would cost. And this is true. Hiring studio musicians, paying per revision, long delays, $3,000 plus per track. True. After, submit a brief, collaborate with world-class musicians, unlimited sessions, $250 a month. Make music happen with Musiversal. Now, something like that, see, that's what I'm saying. There's cool things about technology, right? And even Chris, we've discussed this too. I like using AI for certain things like video production or clips. All that is fine. Like I think that's fine because it's just like in this day and age, you have to use the tools. Use the tools that are available that make it easier. I'm trying to get rid of this. Hold on. But I think like anything, it's always, especially with humans, I mean, it's always like people, it's just too much. It's too much. I mean, from start to like finish, like you had to be able to do something yourself, Did everyone participate in the chat, the poll? I guess if you're on Rumble, you can't. But we've gotten right now, look at what are people feel AI replacing the most? Music and art by humans. Yeah. Yes. So Aaron says, would apple cider vinegar help with the fatty liver? Probably. That is a thing, the fatty liver. That's like a big reason why people get sick. It's something with that. I remember learning about that in Harmony Wellness. There's certain things like inflammation. I think it comes obviously from inflammation. A lot comes with your diet. So I think that would help. Chris says, I saw that Suno thing on my feed, but didn't see what it actually was. Yeah, Suno, that's the one. And there's a lot. There's this lawyer girl I like comes up on my feed all the time. I forget her name. Miss Crystal, I think it is. Yes. And she's actually a lawyer. I guess she's a music lawyer. And an artist too, but she talks a lot about like what they're doing and I don't know. That's not good. Jess says, yes, I have all the old flyers, right? Yes, all the old flyers. But that's what I said. Okay, so things that were working. Let me find, wait, my email. Oh, here it is. I sent myself some ideas here about there. Oh, but it's so small. I can't read it. Okay, I'm going to get it on my phone instead. Wait, hold on. Because they said, like, this is how movements and things start. Okay, and Chris, you're here on a good episode. The Reconnection Movement. We got to find a different logo and talk about like the recreation movement. Like I say, not recreating, like not reinventing the wheel, but some of the older things that were working that we're afraid that they're not here anymore, that the AI is going to replace. I mean, one, like I said, I definitely think, I don't know, like street teams and stuff. That was the way that we used to get things out in the day, like just word of mouth. But I don't know. And paying for music, right? That's a big one. But there's more to it. Let me pull up my email here. MAGA Institute says, maybe Aaron, I was just making fun of all the other podcasts slinging their bogus products. Yeah. Hollis doesn't do that. It's a joke. Yeah. See, it's hard to figure out the tone in the room. I know what you're saying too. I didn't get it. I was like, wait, what? But I again though, I do think apple cider vinegar, it might help with the fatty liver, but I don't want to give any misinformation. Someone, producer over there, board op, tell me some information, please, so I don't spew anything wrong. Did everyone vote here? See, I think it's a human connection. I don't know. I think it's already replacing it, but not all. But I think it's something like, I don't know, making a rule, like a rule book or something, like humans, like what makes someone human? Empathy. I'm afraid. I'm afraid, guys. We don't want to live in fear. We are I think that's the thing you get like scared about when you hear like Elon Musk. Again, I'm back to episode 1 when I was like, starting the podcast, I'm like, oh, I want to talk about this. It's like, oh, like they're gonna take over. Like I'm like, can they come in and burst in your door? Will the robots get to the point where they become more powerful than humans? And it's if we give them all that power, and who's regulating this stuff? Because that's the thing. I don't know. Terminator, is that like I never actually watched Terminator. I know it's about, but is that what it was? Like the robots, it's like, oh, and they're coming and like, and they have the weapons and all of a sudden we're like, oh my gosh, and it's our fault because we turn over all the power to the robots. I mean, sure, there's good things about them. I say, okay, great. Like if you put a brain chip in someone's head, I mean, I don't know. I don't think that is very good, but if you're putting a brain chip in someone's brain that's going to help them see again, okay, there's that. Okay, fine. That sounds pretty good. If someone's blind, I'm sure, they're willing to have a surgery if they could see again. But just putting a brain chip in someone's head so make it easier, so you don't have to think. It's already like glitch. Ding. Aaron says, I would fear. Here, let me go in order here. Wait, Aaron says, I would fear AI leading a religious movement of infiltrating current traditions. Yeah. It's true. Like, again, you fear anything that's going to be so powerful to take over things. They will. Like, this isn't meant to scare everyone. It's more like it's time now to care because it's moving fast and there's no stopping it. And it's like, who's really in control of all this? Whose idea was AI? I don't know totally. Was it Elon Musk? I mean, he's part of it. He was still the one saying, AI is going to be the greatest threat to humanity, and it's but I mean, I'm pretty sure he's part of why it's happening. I mean, I don't know. We should research it and look more into whose idea was this. Is this just the evolution? Like I say, I don't think so. I think it's okay. Obviously, it's okay to replace certain things with better things. That's just that's just evolution, technology. I always say it, I'll say it again. There were horse and buggies, and then there was a car. You know what I mean? And then there were cassette and 8 tracks, and then there was vinyl. Then there's a CD, and then there's Napster, and then MySpace, and now there's streaming, and now there's okay. And then there was whatever it is, typewriter. There was typewriters, and then now there was word process, and now there's this, and now there's phone. Like whatever. Humans. There was a human. There was a bait. Like you know what I mean? Like humans. No, we're gonna replace those. Let's replace brains. Who needs them? Again, maybe more creative people are the ones worried about it because we're the ones who use our brains. I mean, there's a lot of people who are just like, oh, whatever. They're already lazy, so it's just like they don't think at all. So it's like, oh, this is perfect. I don't even need to think anymore. It's okay. AI will do it for me. Ah, But okay, Jess says, do you remember the story about Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers? They drove from the East Coast to the West Coast to deliver their demo tape. That's the way it was done back then. Yeah, totally. And even like I said, when I, went out into the music business after college, there wasn't YouTube then. There wasn't America Idol at that point. Maybe there was. But my point is, there wasn't ways to do like let me go get discovered. I could sit in my living room and a million people are gonna find me during COVID, and they're not during like that at all. It was like, okay, you want a chance at the stardom or whatever, you got to go to New York City or you got to go to LA. I mean, maybe I don't know, was Nashville big at the time for that? I don't know. There's some other places. I mean, Cleveland's a cool city, but I didn't know that then. But it's like, and that's why, maybe why it's not even like, oh, this time I'm like, I didn't make it. I'm jaded. I'm bitter. Now it's so much easier for everyone. It's not even that. It's just like these options weren't available then. It's like, wow, maybe I could have avoided a lot of pain and freaking, about being born in the wrong time. But we're born when we're supposed to be born. So it's okay. But I'm glad I got to experience that. Part of it is just like, really, that's how it was. And there's these stories and these crazy things that happen. And now that's why I'm saying it's so different. It is different. It's always a different set of problems, right? Because it's easier now than ever, but it's harder. No, it's easier now to put your stuff out, but it's even harder than ever for anyone even to care and to look at it and discover new art. It's just like, there's so many. And maybe there always were that many who would have done it, but they weren't the ones willing to go and drive across the West Coast or, drive across the country with their demo tape. But, like in New York, I played at CBGB's. I've played at the Whiskey A Go-Go. I'll name drop a little bit. Like, come on. I played at the Viper Room. I recorded an album at Abbey Road. Like I've done like some stuff here. And I'm still like, oh, anyone TikTok is going to see my new album? Well, what I just, like, what do I have to do that dance? What's that new dance? Do you guys know that the dance trend? What's the one where it's like, I have to find it. I would fear a, okay, yeah, Aaron said that. Yeah, there you go. Perseverance. They ran out of money and gas, but still made it. Yes, they were ready to go. That's the thing too. It's like, I think that's the thing too. Where I get sometimes I'm like, man, like I sacrificed a lot. I picked up, like, moved across the country, left my family, like, hustled freaking for a long time in bars, and I did get a break, and a lot of stuff happened. So I did, but it was only because I was out into those places. And now it's just different. Maybe, people get a break on TikTok. They don't have to leave their living room. Like, you know what I mean? They don't, or, so that's how people are it's just a different time. And I think I don't know. This whole social media thing is it's just lame. But Recreation Movement. Yes, there are still shows out there, right? And I think there's a lot of music shows, right? Is it different? I mean, I haven't been to a show in a long time after like and all that stuff. I'm going to be going back. But even with phones now, right? Was there some people in concert like saying, no, like phones aren't allowed? I don't even think that's true. They should have that. Like, you always see people like videoing at a concert. They're just videoing. And I'm just thinking, like, to do what? Like, do you really go back and watch later, or just to show that you were at the concert? But it's the whole thing. It's like, okay, living in the present moment is actually more important than, I think the social media takes you out of the present moment and all that. The power of now and all that stuff. Aaron says, machine manipulation of man. Yeah. I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, we got to fight for it. Like, what makes us human? I always said the biggest one is just empathy and emotions. Like, as much as they don't have emotions, like pain, unfortunately, pain makes so much music, Some probably I don't know. I would do a guess. I don't have the exact numbers, obviously, but I think more of the great music came from painful experiences than good ones. You have some good, like the Beach Boys or whatever, like they're just have Surfing USA, like, they're not crying. Like, there's a lot of happy ones, I guess. But like the really, I think, touching songs always, like, it comes from people's pain and life experience and all that stuff. Jess says, yeah, but that really showed who the true artist was, the people who work for what they wanted. Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's a thing where it's not even like, yes, I think everyone should have a shot. I'm always about that. If you really want it, like, it doesn't come easy. And the good things don't. Like, I sometimes I think, God, does it have to be this hard, really? But that's what makes you. That's what gives you character. That's what, when you say, like I would say too, weed it out. There's a reason I never stopped. It's not because I just, like, it's in my soul. I mean, it's not like I just don't. It's like, I don't know. I was like, I'm just born to be here, to do this. Like, and I could have everyone tell me, no, get a real job, do that. Nope. But, and then some people won't sacrifice that, because it sucks. It sucks sometimes because you go highs and lows. It could be great. You never know. Things turn around, but you go through those things, the ebb and flows. Like I said, it's just a lifestyle, and because there's a lot of musicians who just are, they're great guitar players. So, but are they an artist? Yes, they are. But like, there's certain people who just, like, it becomes them. It's not even it's not fake. It's not really just like, it's not a show, it's just like, it's you, and with music, but it's just like the creative kind of life and pursuits and all that stuff. And like I said, it just goes back. Yeah, I'm grateful this day and age too. There were some really good things, but as far as like having the tools, like, I'm super excited. I'm super excited. I'm super excited that I could make my own videos and I could do all the stuffs in my head because of all these tools. So there's good things too. So there really is. I know. I do know, but I don't know always. You have to go You have to go to the knee Hollywood for the Northeast. Moose Long Main. Jess says, yeah, some say it was a pretender show and Chrissy stopped the show and flipped out. Wait, what was that one? Oh, the pretender show. Ran out of money and gas. The phone recording. Magenzusu says life is pain and loss and then singing about it. Yeah. But I mean, happy songs are good too. I have a couple happy ones, but more of them. Aaron says, hi, Hollis. I'm listening with Aaron. Can you tell us about some of the jobs you've had while out there? Oh my gosh. I should pull up that one little episode. Oh my gosh. I've had so many weird jobs. I was a kid's clown. I was a baby shark. I mean, that was just one. I was a kid's entertainer. Selling bunny ears. I was a cigarette girl. Oh my God. I've done it. For once I was a camp counselor. I didn't like that one. It was like not a lifeguard. No, it was a summer camp counselor. I don't know. I just didn't like it. It was too much. It wasn't for me. And I think it's good, for I think people who are camp counselors and teachers and stuff, that's they should go definitely special place in heaven for them, they say. What else did I have? What was the worst job? I mean, I've had a lot of jobs. Let me see if I could pull it up, Amy. Because I could give everyone, and again, this is on Holly's Playhouse episode. I did a whole thing. I won't play the whole episode, but it's actually funnier to show. Let me see if I can find it. I'm going to put on a little media asset in the meantime because gosh, I talk so long. It's already 8:20. It's good. I have nowhere else to go, so I'm here. I'm here for the long haul. 8:20. So I will play a commercial, and then let me see if I could find the episode. Hold on one second, because this is Holly's Playhouse. Wait. That's Holly's Playhouse. So which one is that? I think it was Are We Essential Workers? I think that was number 6. Wait, so 1, 2, 3. It was a number 5 episode. But I encourage everyone to go and watch it. Here, I'll play the little thing and then I'll try to find it. Is that what you were talking about, Amy? I just want to make sure I understand you right. Is that what you're talking about? Like some of the weird jobs I had done in the meantime till I got my big break. So wait, that's the series, but let me see. I'm gonna go here. Oh, sorry guys. You see it there? That's Holly's Playhouse. Oh. Holly's Playhouse is a raw, real, and emotionally charged docu-style miniseries following the turbulent journey of me, singer-songwriter Hollis Mahady, who left Scranton, Pennsylvania in 2010 to chase stardom in Hollywood. For nearly a decade, I fought to make my mark in the entertainment industry until 2019, when the world changed overnight. Told through a lens of humor, heartbreak, and hope, this is a deeply personal series that captures the highs and lows of a creative spirit navigating sudden change. If you want to check it out, head over to www.vopusaradio.com. Just go down to the Arts and Entertainment channel and you'll find it there for free to watch. I'll play another commercial here while I queue it up. Oh, just in case. Are you enjoying the podcast? If you'd like to support what I'm building, you can buy me a coffee. Every bit of support helps me keep this podcast going and release my music independently. You can leave a one-time tip or become a member for a few dollars a month and unlock exclusive content and behind-the-scenes footage you won't find anywhere else. Just visit buymeacoffee.com/Hollis Mahady or scan the code you see on the screen. Alrighty, wait, here we go. Add me to the stage. Wait, get rid of that. Sorry, producer. I'm producing my own show, as you might know, or maybe you don't. But it was something I just had to learn how to do, or I wouldn't be here. Because I don't have a producer yet, but maybe I will get one. And as Tim said, it's not producer, it's a board op. I need a board op, but I am my own board op. But see, let's see if I got it pulled up here. So I want to share the screen. Hold on one second here. Here it is here. I got to get that over to you. How do I do that again here? Right. Extra camera. Stop screen, image file. Sorry guys, it's kind of boring here. Okay, it's something easy. I might have my executive producer to come out and help me get it up on the screen because I know it's something stupid. It's just share screen. So I'll get that in a second. Maybe he could come out if he's still listening. I know he's listening. He'll come and save the day. He'll come and save the day in a minute. Let me play one more commercial and then we'll get it queued up here. Because it's funny because I put like this is all like on my little oh, here he comes. I hear him coming. Here, let's give a round of applause. Even though you can't see him. He doesn't like to be on camera. Well, he does, but he doesn't. So I'm gonna give him a little a round of applause for coming out. Thank you. Can you help me? I just want to play this. And okay, he's showing me again. He showed me a bunch of times, and then I get live, and then I freeze up. I don't freeze up. Oh, I have to take it off. That's what it was. I was sharing the screen. Okay, there we go. Oh, thank you. Okay, there we go. Okay, and then thank you, thank you, Dan. Okay. Okay, wait. There it is. Okay, here we go. Here's some of the jobs I've had. And I won't play the whole episode. I mean, it's only how long is it? 11, 12 minutes. I made these little mini episodes. There's about 10 of them. It was during COVID. See, I've been at this for a while, guys. This was in Passion Productions in Scranton and Holly's Playhouse, and it's still there. It's still there. I mean, the Passion Productions has moved to where I am in Cleveland now, but Holly's Playhouse is still there. My mom is happy and healthy, and I'm happy she's there. So it's all good. It's all good. But see, you plan these things and this life just takes you in another direction. So here we go. For anyone who didn't see this, I will play this. Let's see. Just a part of it. Some of my odd jobs I've had to paying my dues in the course of trying to make it as an artist.
It's really amazing. Finally, like you don't have to be in New York City to create great content.
Here we go. Here's some of the jobs.
At least my era, when I started doing this, I had to go where the action was. So here we go, back to LA. Hey, today is, I don't know what the date is. I'm a clown right now, Florence, California. It took me a long time to get here for some children for their birthday party. Here we go. I just paid my last rent, which is redonkulous, that word? Monstrous. All my money went towards paying for an apartment just to make money to be here. And yesterday I was a cowgirl. Hi, it's me, Hollis. Just a typical day here. It's a Saturday. I'm going to a party dressed up as a baby shark. Do 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 do. Today is the last day for the last almost a year and a half. 14 months I've been coming here to try to make money to stay in this town. You gotta do what you gotta do to get through it. And it's the last day of salt potato salad, macaroni salad, fruit salad, potato chips, sliced tomato. This is where I'm going. I'm very grateful to have had this job right next to the Laugh Factory on Sunset Boulevard in Hollywood, California. A few more hours, I will be my last pastrami. Okay, so today I'm sitting in the car before I go in to do this party. I'm Violet from The Incredibles, which I've never seen. Can't move in these like finger things because it's really hard to hit the screen. And this is like really tight spandex. Maybe it's like to a bubble party. I feel like not cute. I don't even want to do it. Yep. I'm Pippi Longstocking today, and behind me are all my puppies, and we're going to a puppy party. Hi guys! Is everyone doing okay? To laugh a little bit. It's just a normal day in Hollywood. Okay, so now I'm in La Puente. It took me like 2 hours to get here. We're going to be Unicorn Ferry for a kid named Melissa. It looks so bad. Hello, and I just went and I was like found at a kid's party, and this is kind of scary. Sitting out in the car for a minute, I'm gonna stop and get some gas and try to fill my air pressure, my tires, and head over to the direction of Dover and do another party. Yeah, it's been actually a hustle. I gotta tell you this. So another constant, I always had a bartending or a serving job. They were good.
Aftershock, Politishock After Hours, where it's raw, real, and unfiltered. Dan and Hollis bring the heat.
because paying for huge rents in cities like New York and LA, it paid the bills while I was trying to get my music career off the ground. No pun intended.
You know, everything's alright. I hope that I'm feeling.
I actually really like bartending a lot most times. I met so many cool people, so many wonderful people, really. And a lot of those people I met ended up to be connections in the music industry. And then there was that time I was going to try to enter the corporate world. Well, there wasn't much to say about that. Oh God, this job was one that when I was a summer camp counselor, I tried to put on a good face, but by the end, I was exhausted. Those kids drove me nuts, and I really didn't like it, but I was still grateful for the experience. All I'll say is there's definitely a special place in heaven for teachers and people who deal with kids all day and summer camp counselors. And then I worked at a piano shop in Santa Monica. I have to put away all these books. Hello there. Okay, it's been almost 1 week since I landed in Las Vegas, and already I've gotten a job. Just once a week I play piano for the Senior Citizen Center, and I'm very happy because they are awesome. I really love this job because it was just nice. I got to use my talent and sing, and they really enjoyed it. I did it a bunch of times, and then I don't know, they had to cut the budget, and the guy who hired me got fired or something, so that was the end of that gig, but it was very enjoyable. Yay! I had so much fun today. Thank you. I definitely need another job. I do need over for rent for next month. So I really want to do something where I can use my talents. Hi guys, so today is November 11th. It's Veterans Day, and I'm here at Harris Casino. You're behind the scenes of what I do underground to make some extra money, or actually to make all my money right now. I sell these beautiful neon bunny ears. Sometimes you just gotta do whatever it takes to make it as an artist this day and age, including selling nice electric bunny ears. Every one I sell, I keep $5. This is my life. This is what happens when you try to be a musician, kids. Don't do it. Don't do it. I still had a really good time in Vegas. And this is the time I was a singing hot dog. I think that's the end of it.
Again, I'm Hollis, and thanks for tuning in. If you were an artist, if you have similar experiences, I'd love to hear from you. Comment below, and I will see you in the next episode.
Here we go.
Thank you, Hollis.
There we go. So I guess it goes with the show there, and it's showing all the odd jobs and the stuff that you do. And as Jess said earlier, it's like how, like, what are you willing to do? Like, what are you willing to, endure to chase your dream or whatever, Amy says, Amy here, how did the Incredibles party go? You're awesome. Thank you. Aw. Gosh, I don't remember. There was, because I worked as it was for a kids entertainment like company or whatever, and it was this lady, and she was really nice. Her name was Lisa. So But I mean, I did like it. There was a time, it was an experience where I would go and, you know, they were cute. I did like that. I would do that again. If I had that right now, it was fun because you're working for yourself pretty much. I mean, you would go and I went to her house and picked up the costume. I remember I was like a Disney princess once, and it was, oh, my wig fell off and they were like, she was mad. It was mad. Hold on, let me remove it. There we go. I'm back. I was and then I said, I just maybe I was surprised I didn't get fired, but because she needed people, she was trying to run a small business, and she needed entertainers, and she was relying on these people. She would hire actors in Hollywood to come and do it, and they would, I got paid, like, it was good, for 2 hours I make $150-$200. Sometimes I get a tip or something. So, but at the same time, yes, that is good, but I would have to drive to these places, and you have to dress up, and you have to go home. Like, it comes with it, whatever. I didn't mind it. But then I just remember, since she's like, well, maybe you just should stick to being the clown. You're good at that. I said, okay. So no more wigs falling off. And, there was very, I'm kind of, I guess I could be a Disney princess. I mean, there were so many, like, women out there who are like, oh, really? Like Disney. You're in Hollywood. I mean, they're all beautiful and like, oh, I'm like, I'll stick to being a clown. I like being, I'm a little bit more gritty, like I'll be all the funny, weird, goofy one. It's okay if my hat falls off or whatever. It's part of the spiel, but I didn't really like being, Cinderella that much, but I did it. I did what I had to do, which brings us back to the point where now it's like, sometimes, because I said, I don't want to be some bitter person. I'm like, what? Some girl on TikTok who's never had to do anything is making more money than I've ever made in my life. I'm going on TikTok and freaking selling some crap. I don't care, because I'm going to fund the music from that and do what I have to do. So, it's just like, but that's the thing. You're paying your due. Like, and during that whole time, you never stop music. Like I said, I love the nursing home one. Or was it not a nursing home? Because those could be sad, and I would do it there, but it was, like, for older people, and they had a community room, and I like that one, but it didn't last that long. Like I said, the guy got who hired me, they cut the budget, and then he got fired, and then there went the gig. I only did it a couple times, but I do like that. I like that one, and they paid, so maybe I'll look into that, because I like going and doing it and playing, and so yeah. So back into the chat room here. Did I miss anything? Dance Mariglio reposted this stream. Okay, yes. And speaking of that, guys, all for the new people out there and for everyone here, thank you so much for being here. And for all of you guys, for the people who have bought me a coffee and went that little extra step, I appreciate it so much. I just want to say thank you to you. A big thank to Maga Dirt Biker, and of course to Aaron today for requesting the song. I will be doing a cover of Barracuda, and I'm very excited because I'm going to be working on that. Because, like I said, that was a challenging song, but I know I could do it. So I can't wait to start digging into that. Thank you, Aaron. You re-inspired me. Not that I wasn't inspired, but like, it's nice. It's very nice. Sorry, I'm getting these messages. But yes, and if you haven't done the poll over there, we are talking a lot about AI. If people, maybe you're on Rumble, maybe you're seeing this. I always talk about the Twitter and how people are on there watching sometimes. I don't know, maybe I'll check into the Twitter. And I always say, those eyeballs there, I appreciate tips. I take tips. Like I said, tips support the show. Buy me a coffee. You could do a one-time donation if you want to throw a couple bucks, as if you were buying me a coffee. Or you could sign up. Like I said, we have my memberships over here. Media, they're up here. These are ways to support the show. And this is just like what Aaron did today. He and Amy and Aspen, the AAA, I call you guys. The website shop. These are ways that you could support if you don't have my previous music collection. There's over 30 songs there. I say it's an $18,000 discount all now for only $20. And why I'm raising money, why I'm going to use anything I make is going to go towards promoting my brand new album that isn't out yet, which I have, but I need to, get some promotion, shoot some videos, do a bunch of more things to get it out. But it is very much so coming very soon. It's on hollismahady.com. You can learn all about that, more about when it's coming. And handmade lyric sheets. I am selling those. I don't have that many of them, so they are definitely a collector's item. And what I talked about today, Aaron ordered a personalized song request. My first one. I'm so excited about it, but that's exactly what I was talking about right there. And I do also do creative services. I've honed my skills for the last 6 years, learning how to edit videos and doing things so I can do what I'm about to do for my own stuff. But I do that for other people too. So I would say hire a human. It's another thing, replacing jobs like voiceovers. Voiceovers was something I made money with before. It's a competitive field. Like, hold on, I'm just going to get rid of the poll for a second, just because I want to show this. Hide for a second there. Voiceovers in Hollywood, I had I've gotten a few jobs and stuff with voiceover that pays good. But it's competitive. It's not the easiest to get. And then again, there you are. AI is here now. So why would people want to pay, someone to do the voiceovers when they could do AI for a subscription or for free? So there's that too. People don't pay for the creative services as much because AI can whip it out in a second. I do thumbnails. If you don't know what that is, that's like the cover of of the YouTube videos and stuff like that. What else? I do intros and outros. It's all on my website there on hollismahady.com. So again, if you never need a creative service, if you have a small business or something, you need a commercial made, think about hiring a human. Hire me, hire Hollis Mahady. I will do it for you, and I will do it in love and care, and it'll be better than AI, because sometimes AI starts looking all the same, Other ways, the buy me a coffee, you could just do a one-time donation, or you could join as a supporter every month. And it's just, a different tier. The $10 of the month is probably the one that I think is the most popular, or should be the most popular. That's the Backstage Pass, because that gives you my other podcast, a Comedy of Errors podcast, which I will be shooting a third episode of probably this week and putting a bunch of more stuff up there. But yeah, all like a lot of backstage stuff about the new album and about everything else like music related. And yeah, so I'm working on hoping maybe getting some guests and some interviews, but that is the Backstage Pass, a completely different podcast called Comedy of Errors, my aim of my album. So there's the promotion for the not top of the hour, but we're getting close to the 9 o'clock mark because time goes fast. I talk a lot, but here you go. Support a real artist if you're into it. And again, never feel pressure to buy anything or anything like that. Of course, I appreciate it if you can, but I know money's tight for people. I get it. Don't you worry about it. I understand if you can't help in that way. All I say is if you can support in another way, if you're on X, the least you could do, if you would be so kind, is to like it, at least put a heart on it. I mean, that's the easiest thing. Reshare it is a next step. I know most people don't want to take. On Rumble, people they're there and they just like the video, subscribe, like put a comment or something, because it helps get the algorithm and all the social media stuff that we hate, that we have to do, that might help spread the word about the podcast and about other artists, because I said we're building a little coalition, a community here of real people, real artists, real people, real connections. And there are more out there, but we're fighting to find those people, and maybe they're looking for us. Unfortunately, they might not ever find us in this like saturated world and landscape. They might not ever. So the best chance is if you share it, share it out, retweet it, comment, like, heart, and if you can, if you feel inspired to do so, and you think I'm worth $1 to you and your time, you could buy me a coffee, or yeah, you understand. Okay, so back to the chat room. Any comments in there? Where'd everyone go? Where'd everybody go? What else was I going to talk about? Oh, yeah, let me go back over here to I got to pull it up on my phone. Let's see, what there's something else. Okay, so I went through that. Oh, we talked about that. Like I said, there's some good things about AI. I haven't, even that to me, that's a lot right now, but that actually is like so much cheaper if you could collaborate with world-class musicians. Now, if there's actually people getting hired, getting paid, like actual musicians who are session musicians, but it's virtual and stuff. See, I think that's cool if musicians can make a living. Like if I could sign up for it, and if someone needs a singer or something and they pay me to do it, I think that's cool. See, I think there's good things about it. So I haven't checked that out, but maybe I will for my next album, or just I don't know. Even, yeah, I don't know. And doing the cover songs could be cool if you actually using other musicians. I don't know how that would work. I mean, you're doing it all virtually. I don't know. Aw, Gareth says, going to have to say goodnight. Really enjoyed. Oh, well, I love having you in here, Gareth. Thank you for being being here and being part of it. It's always good. You're a great contributor in the chat, and it's always so much better when people are in here and we can have fun and we're going through life together. And that's why I'm here. So anytime you could come, and remember the replay will be on my website. It's all updated now. So usually after the show, I try to get it up tonight or tomorrow, and it's always on my website in case you did miss it, because I know it's late out there. So I appreciate you being here so late. Have a wonderful night, and we will talk soon, hopefully. But everyone else here, if you're still here, the party's still going. I'm going to go to my email and just read a few ideas about the recreation movement here. And because I have it up there, but it's like really small to me, but you guys probably see it, but I can't see it. I don't know why it's so small on my end. But let's see. So let's see a couple ideas here. Human first creativity. How does that sound, guys? Instead of fighting AI, define what makes something human made valuable. Human certified, that was it, right? Like a sticker on it, like, UDA, like organic or whatever. Human certified. Art, music, like organic labels for food. Behind the scenes storytelling. Another thing, rebuilding the value of paying for art. You already touched on this, and it's huge, but people didn't just buy albums, they invested emotionally. Bring back digital album culture, full projects, not just singles. Yeah, because you hear about that too. And even, again, of course, I know all about this because I'm trying to figure out how to release my album. And I just hear people say, don't waste your album. No one cares about albums anymore. It's all about the single. So it's only about the quick hit because, attention spans, when there's 10,000 tracks flying at you, you think you're going to sit there and watch an album? Again, supply, demand. In this case, there's so much quantity over quality. It's like I said, make albums worth wanting to listen to. Make it like a whole journey. That's what it used to be. But again, we're in a culture where it's, what's the hook? Do you have a hook? If your hook isn't in the first 3 seconds, no one's going to ever look at it, especially on things like TikTok or even Instagram. All these things have to make a hook to get their attention. So it's out the window, right? In this day and age, but maybe work on that. Bring it back. Like I said, my music and stuff is not going to be for everybody. It's going to be people who maybe have a little bit of depth, have a little bit of great, I want to listen to it. I like to hear the full thing. I like to hear the whole song. Maybe I'll actually read the lyrics. I don't know. And not just mine. I mean, a lot of people. Like I always say, it's not just about me, but it's just saying rebuilding the value of paying for art. Make art, make music, make things worth paying for. Have some what's it called? Self-value. And so, like, no, I'm not just, like as Garrett said earlier, I know he's probably gone by now, but your plumber comes over, you just say, okay, no, it's free. He gives you a bill and you're like, oh, I don't want to pay for it. Well, then don't listen to it. Rebuilding. Does anyone else feel that? You know what I mean? Okay. Rebuilding the value of art. Bring back direct-to-fan support, no middleman. If everything is free, nothing has value. There you go. That's it. If everything is free, nothing has value. If the cow is, that saying, why buy the cow when they're giving the milk away for free? Why would anybody buy the cow? Why would, who's going to buy it for if everyone is giving free? And it makes it people hard. Like, why should I pay for your music? They're going to give it all away for free. I'm going to say, well, you should pay for it because maybe mine's not AI generated, or maybe mine has a little bit more thought into it. And again, not just me, like other people saying, no. And the real music people out there, like Gareth and many of other you guys, Aaron, everybody in this room, you realize it. You do value it. Slow communication. Yeah. Oh, I mentioned, because I did use ChatGPT for this. Now, this is different than Reconnection Movement. I wrote that all myself. Now, I just put some ideas in there because I'm trying to say, like, how do we, what I'm trying to, what we're trying to do here. And I put that in there, pen pals. I'm like, I miss things. Like, could you give me some, like, a little outline of what I could talk about? You mentioned pen pals. Don't dismiss that. Letters, postcards, physical connection, voice notes instead of text, long form conversations versus short dopamine hits. That's what I'm talking about, right? It's all about, like, the dopamine hits. It's like we are being trained to just, like, have no attention span, to have, like, constant instant gratification all the time. Instant dopamine hits over long form conversation. But those sometimes longer form and watching the whole video, it was something I mentioned on, I don't know what episode it was. Maybe it was one of the very early when I first started, maybe 4 or 5. But some guy wrote a comment below was for the Reconnection Movement, but I clipped up a part of it because I knew that people aren't going to watch it. I mean, it's like 45 minutes. Who's going to watch that? So, well, you have to clip it. So I clipped it, and you have to watch it in context, but even the clip I clipped it, I didn't think it sounded like hopeless. If he's like, you sound really hopeless, and AI is like, why you sound like really hopeless? And I'm thinking, I'm not hopeless. I'm here like I have hope, but I'm just saying we're here doing, and then if you have strong opinions, dude, like come on and do something. I'm actually doing something about it. I'm not hopeless. I'm saying this is something to fight for. I'm hopeful if people come together, but like someone has to start the party and other people have to join and say, okay, no, because I think there are other people, I know there are, who are concerned about it. So we're here like doing something. But my point is, he didn't watch the whole clip. And I said, listen, you should watch the whole thing so you understand. If you take it out of context, you have to watch it. But again, attention spans. Don't be like, no, there's people aren't going to watch a 3-hour repeat on a podcast. I mean, again, you don't have to, but it's just like, even that video was 45 minutes when I was talking about it. But no, people won't read it. Idea. So slow social, intentional communication instead of constant noise. Yep. Skill preservation. If AI does everything, people lose capability and identity. Right. Even that, right? We said earlier, playing like you don't have to learn an instrument anymore, right? That's part of of course, it's part of the fun of it. It's part of the journey. It's part of the joy to learn something. That's why I say I get mad. Like you can't just erase musicians with computers. You just can't, and you shouldn't have to, because that is. I mean, they shouldn't do that. But like that's that was my whole childhood. I grew up like learning music and getting better and trying, and a lot of other people's. I mean, that's like people's like therapy, and they love it, and not just music. Like I always say, art, other things. You can't just take it all away just because you decide that everyone could do it. Like it's like not everyone wants to do it, but those who do, like they should get to like learn it and do it. I don't know, man. Analog comebacks, digital boundaries, not anti-tech, just controlled use. Yeah. Schedule time offline, no algorithm zones. Space is driven not by engagement metrics. There you go. And that goes hand in hand with voice of the people. No algorithm zones. That's what I said with our VOPUSAradio.com. It's the website and the way we, everyone who comes on the network will be seen. It's quality over quantity. We'll push it out. It's not like you're going to get buried in an algorithm or you didn't pay me enough, so I'm only going to promote the people who pay me way more, because that's the whole thing. It's always pay to play. We worked really hard to cultivate that audience. I mean, Dan mainly, but grow what we have. And there's exposure. We're on Roku TV. We're on Fire TV. We're on these places where there are actually billions of people. They're there. But again, we need more people to know about it. It needs to be advertised that there's a real place for real people. It's not owned by billionaires. It's funded by the voice of the people, but not people know about it. But that's why I'm doing what I'm doing, and we're doing it. And, because it's quality over quantity, guys. So all that stuff. But again, this is just brainstorming some ideas. And I should put my poll back up there. See, did I get any other people putting their things there about the poll? Oh, here's another poll I had. Let's show the poll. So, but mostly people said music and art, their fear about replacing. So that's, see, it is a concern. But I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Well, listen, this is an ongoing topic here, and I don't think that, one show is going to cover it, and I said, I want to make a little logo for it and just like, put it up there, and it comes together. It's like I said, just things that you want to preserve and not let go of. And again, it's not about living in the past and like, oh, I missed the records, because it's cool, but it's not just that. It's like saying, okay, I miss human connection. I think it's sad with music and then the street teams and stuff. Maybe there still is that. I don't know. But I just think it's just so much harder. And like I said, maybe some people in the younger generation, they won't know. They don't know what they're missing. We know. And who's to say what is it? Is that just the way it's going to go? Because what's I always say, once our generation's gone, if you don't know these things, if you don't preserve it a little bit, it's okay. There will be no more music, and there won't, and they won't know. It's just the way. They don't even know what a musician is. A musician is someone who puts it in there and a robot creates it. That will be the new definition for it. For us, it's kind of sad because it's like, wow, like remember back in the day, people actually they played music on a guitar, and now they just play it on on a keyboard. So like not a keyboard, I mean a computer keyboard. So the definitions are changing. I don't know. So I don't know. I don't know anymore. But we are figuring out together on Holistics. I am your host, Hollis Mahady, in case you just tune in. We are here to take a break from the Matrix to just talk about life's bigger questions and some pressing issues. Like we talk about the AI stuff. But other than that, we're just here to connect, and I show up consistently. I'm trying to come. I'm here every Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. We are in midweek, so we're on show 18 now. I've only doing this for the last month, but Friday nights is the one night that we do TGIF Fridays, so it's a different vibe a little bit, where we just talk about 80s movies and TGIF Fridays and all that stuff, and we have a good time. So I have a new t-shirt to debut for that on Friday. I'm very excited about. If you missed the episode last night, I opened it live on air. But yeah, so that will be Friday's show. And then I'll be back again tomorrow, obviously, at 7 p.m. Eastern time. And we will pick up the conversation again and talk more about the recreation movement. Because I'm always here about solutions. We could bitch and moan like, oh my gosh. But we could also be active, proactive, and even just showing up and coming here and talking about it. And just, like I certainly don't have the answers. Like I wish I did. I don't know. We're all just trying to navigate it. I'm just here talking because it helps. And it's always nice to connect with other people who we're just going through it together. Like literally, I don't have the answers, but we're in real time. We're going through the shift together, the split, and we are just trying to make sense of it. I don't know if it'll ever make sense, but at the end of the day, it's good to talk about it, right? Because after all, we are humans, right? Right? Right. Hold on, let me get rid of the widget. So we got our answers for the night. I think everyone else, I think Tim said that he couldn't do it in Rumble. I was gonna say I want any more participants, or only a couple there, but I like to know everybody's input. But I will hide that for now because we are coming to the words now. The end of the show. I'm gonna wrap it up tonight here on Holistics, and we're gonna say our goodbyes. But I'll say a few last closing words as I always do, and don't fret, my pet, as Steve Urkel would say. Tomorrow's another day, and I will be back tomorrow for a brand new episode of Holistics. And we will pick up where we left out, because I just know this is always going to be an ongoing topic that we're going to be facing and dealing with. But like I said, maybe we look at the positive things, and then we try to hold on to the things that we think don't need to go, like that we want to preserve, and we fight for those things. Like I said, don't whoever made this story up, no. We got to fight for it. We got to fight for what's important. We got to adapt to it. We have to, you don't have to do anything, but I'm just saying you can't stop it. So how do you use a little bit of both? Like I said, it's not always bad, but it's always like the misuse of things and humans' consumption. And it's just like, oh, everything. Now all of a sudden you have to do everything with AI. Well, it's like everything, but don't let it fall into the power of I don't know. You don't want these robots to fall in the power of bad people, but look at life. This is definitely going to happen. Probably, maybe not, but I don't know. Gotta be careful. Aw, good night, Hollis. Good night, Hollis. Must Kill Chris says. Great show. Yes, thank you so much, Chris. Again, guys, I hope everybody connects in the chat room. If you're on Instagram or if you're on YouTube, make sure you go check out Chris. He's a real musician. He has an album coming out. You let me know. I don't know if it's already come out, but he has a song Lions I absolutely love. I think maybe Aaron connected, but yeah, go follow Chris, support each other. Everyone in the room, if anything you're doing, if you have something, like I said, I'll put it up there. It's not just about me, it's about everyone. So Must Kill Chris, if you're on there, go connect with Must Kill Chris and, follow each other. Cole County Entertainment, Jess up here, he's a great musician, all that. Just connect. We gotta give back and help each other. But I love you, Chris. Take care. And we got to catch up soon. Sorry, it's just been crazy. And I was away in Scranton and I lost a whole week. So hopefully we will catch up soon and talk more about music and everything. All right. So have a wonderful night. It's out next month. Yeah. Oh, yay. Okay, good. Yes. We'll talk soon. Talk soon. I'll message you. Okay. So with that said, guys, I am going to wrap it up tonight. So I'll just do my closing things for anyone who may be watching on the Twitter one last time. Go ahead. I dare you to. I dare you to share it. I don't know. I haven't seen anyone share it. So thanks, guys. Appreciate it. But what else do we got? Epidemic Sounds. I'm using that. And yeah, the Reconnection Movement. Oh, the last thing also, you could sign up for my email list and get a copy of the Reconnection Movement for free, just in case you wonder what I'm always talking about. It's something I wrote over 10 years ago about AI before AI was coming. And it was like, I didn't use ChatGPT to write it, and I was worried about it then, but here, I'll play that.
Download your free copy of the Reconnection Movement today. Just head over to my website, www.hollismahady.com. Go to the podcast sections, scroll to the bottom of the page, and enter your email to get your free copy instantly. Now more than ever, it's important that we reconnect and support real human creators and real people. Are you liking the music in this show? The music you hear in my videos and during the show is licensed through Epidemic Sound, an amazing platform for creators. If you make videos, podcasts, or content of your own, head over to hollismahady.com, go to the podcast page, and sign up for a free trial using my link. And if you're just a listener looking for new music, you'll also find my playlist of favorite songs I use in this show. Signing up through my link supports the show and the musicians too. Need some new tunes to listen to? Why not try the Hollis Mahady Music Collection? As I move towards the new, I'm closing an old chapter with gratitude. To celebrate the new music on the horizon, I've gathered my complete past collection and made it available all in one place. The collection includes 2 full albums with my previous band, Love Zombies, Passion Fruit, and No Slow songs recorded live at Abbey Road Studios, the Be Honest EP with Love Zombies, Hollis original songs, Hollis cover songs, a bonus Christmas album. And this collection represents the journey that brought me here today and the doorway into what's next. To purchase the music collection, head over to hollismahady.com and go to the store. All funds raised go directly towards promoting and advertising my new album on my own label, Voice of Freedom Records. Thanks so much for supporting independent music. Hi guys, I'm Hollis, and I'm here to bring your creative vision to life. Whether it's designing your video thumbnails or editing your content or recording voiceovers for commercials, I've got you covered. I'm part of the in-house production team at Voice of the People USA Radio and Television Network, and over the last 6 years, I taught myself everything from production to post-editing and beyond. I know exactly what it feels like to be stuck, overwhelmed, or unsure where to even begin. And that's exactly why I now offer these services to other people as well. So if you have a project you're working on, you can hit the link below where you can see examples of my work, from commercials I've produced to voiceovers and more. And if you like what you see and think I can help with what you're looking for, feel free to reach out. We can create something awesome together.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Just a few last little things there. Remember, you can support the show at like that way. I was going to say, I forgot. I haven't done the comment in the day in a few days. To be honest, I didn't really get that many comments. So feel free to comment. I may feature you on my comment of the day. Maybe it's a good thing I didn't get any bad comments. But, we get supportive comments here and there, but nothing that that interesting to talk about. So if you have any comments, always feel free to comment and I will feature you up here. And another thing too, it is true. I'm here to support other people too. So if you have anything you want to promote and you're in here and you're helping and you're talking and you're here and engaging and all that, and you want me to throw up your banner or your, with Cole County Entertainment, Jess, Tom, I don't know if you're still here, but I got to get something from you so I can put it up there. And I think everybody in these rooms, we can connect with each other and, we support each other. It starts there's so much to choose from. There's so many people. You can't help everyone. I know. I wish I could help even more people. I wish more people could help me. You know what I mean? But maybe pick a couple people you really believe in and help them, and we'll help each other. That's how we have to do it. That's the only way. That's the only way I know how to figure it out. I don't know. I'm trying. You know what I mean? We're all trying. We're trying our best here. So to close the show, as I usually do, Good night. Oh, good night, Aaron. Aaron's still there. Love you, Aaron. And again, thank you so much. And Amy and Aspen. And I love you guys. And I'm very excited for the Barracuda. Barracuda. I got it. Barracuda. I can't wait. But I didn't say it in the beginning, and I should have, and I forgot. But remember, you're never alone. I'm here for you. I'm showing up here for you guys. If you had a good day, I really hope more than having a bad day, you had a good day. But remember, we're real here. If you had a bad day and you got through it, good job. I like to play my applause over here. Remember, this is applause for you. For you, we're hard on ourselves sometimes. If you just got through the day, but if you're going through something tough, I know, but take it one day at a time. But hopefully you are doing good, and maybe this brightened up your day a little bit. I hope so. But you're never ever truly alone, and never feel like that. There's always people here to connect, and it's hard to find them sometimes. But we got some really good people here, so you're always welcome here in Holistics. So you might know someone who needs it. Come in and chat if you can. Otherwise, for the people who are watching, I appreciate you being here. Thank you for spending time with me, and I will close out with our closing song here called Lights. It's one of my favorites. So thank you again, guys. I am Hollis Mahady. Check out my website, hollismahady.com. Sorry, that was supposed to flow a little bit more, but I got to get rid of not rid of it. I hate to say goodbye. Good night, Aaron. I love you. And Amy and Aspen, but hollismahady.com. And you have been watching Holistics. I am Hollis Mahady, your host. And I will be back again tomorrow at 7:00 p.m. Eastern time for more life chat. All right, guys, have a great night. Have a great day tomorrow. Stay safe. Stay happy. Always believe in your dreams. Never give up. Never give up. You're not alone. We're going through this together. All right. Love you all. See you tomorrow night.
Thank you for watching Holistics, hosted by me, Hollis Mahady. If you enjoyed the show, be sure to share it with someone who might need it too. And if you'd like to support the podcast, you can visit buymeacoffee.com/Hollis Mahady. You can make a one-time donation or become a member for just a few dollars a month to get extra podcasts and exclusive behind-the-scenes content you won't find anywhere else. Or simply scan the code on the screen. Your support truly means the world to me and helps me continue creating independent content for you. If you like the music featured in this show, I license it through Epidemic Sound. You can head over to hollismahady.com, click on the podcast page, and use my link for a free trial. And don't forget to check out VOPUSARadio.com, where I host my music channel and am building a growing community of independent musicians. If you're interested in joining the network, just click Join Network and submit an application. Until next time, remember that you are loved and never alone. From human to human, big hugs. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time. Enjoy the outro video. I love this song.
Lights shining from the window late at night. I'm just watching someone else's life go by, wishing it was mine. Dreams, everybody has them at the start. Somewhere along the way they fall apart, and it makes it kind of hard to look up at the lights. When the lights go out, everything is clearer. When the lights go out, I could finally see when the lights go out. Everything is clearer when the lights go out. I could finally see what it's all about. Standing in the mirror when the lights go out. It's you looking back at me. Hope. Try your best to hold on to the rope. We all have a reason to let go, and it's easier to do, but it's better if we don't.